Good morning, afternoon, and evening, Supercoach Elites. Welcome back to another Supercoach Elite live video and podcast. Proudly sponsored by our Patreons at patreon.com/SCElites and our mates at supercoachchampionship.com.au. My name's Corey, and as always, alongside me is the Bonfz Express.
Choo choo! That's right, Corey. The Bonfz Express is back. And I'll tell you now, if you want to get onto the Supercoach Champion, Corey, you might have to go to supercoachchampion.com, not supercoachchampionship.com, Corey. But look, aside from that, mate, we're 1 day, 2 sleeps, whatever it is, away from what is it, Richmond, Collingwood on Thursday night now. So it's getting awfully close. And obviously with team news dropping, all that sort of stuff, we thought we better come back again here tonight to have another chat. But before we do all that, Corey, where can the listeners hit us up on social media?
Find us on Twitter and Patreon at SCElites. Find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Facebook at Supercoach Elites Bonfz. And mate, I mean, we recorded last night, but who would have known that the news in the last 24 hours would drop? Like, harped on about Naismith for about 2 weeks, and then boom, big Johnny Longmire drops. What was it, hammy? Hammy in the end?
Tight hammy. He's still a chance. They're going to assess it Thursday. But I'll tell you now, for all the teams that didn't start with him, which I assume is a fair lot of them, Corey, that is great news because I don't have to worry about potentially bringing him in now. So,
and what, only yesterday I was sitting there saying that, how can we trust his body? He's barely played footy, yada, yada, yada. And then, less than 12 hours later, that comes out.
Would you have the inside word, did you, Nick?
Yeah, I might have. Is that chatting to a couple of the Swan boys down there, and, we'll keep them under wraps.
It's just thrown shit up in the air specifically for my team, Corey. Obviously starting Naismith for the year. So, but maybe this is something I should have thought about in the, before I set my round one team, Corey. What happens, if Naismith doesn't, get to play and all that. But, I'll have to use my 5 trades to patch that up now. Whereas I could have done that pre-season, but it is what it is, Corey.
We'll talk. It is what it is. We'll have a chat about what we're going to do, what you're going to do, what someone like me is going to do. There's a whole bunch of different scenarios to look at with regards to Naismith. But some other news that's pretty interesting. Jared Witt's going down. I think they reckon for at least 8 weeks. I think that was the rumor I heard. I haven't really done too much research into that. But big Zac Smith at 254K boss. Doesn't that become a little bit enticing?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it tends. I'll tell you now because I'm looking at my 3 trades that I may have done since the Naismith news. And you don't know because you do. You may know. I'm not too sure. My 3 ins at the moment, Corey, are 3 ruckmen, and so don't tempt me in with a 4th because I surely can't start the year having about 6 or 7 ruckmen flying around on my team. I mean. It's nervous times, I think, with all these big bodies in there.
I think it opts for those that didn't have Naismith. It gives you, if he does miss, it gives you a week at looking at Zac Smith, which is going to be very, very interesting. Hopefully he comes out and drops a big score as well. And again, we'll talk about Naismith in a second. But the other one is Coxzilla. He'll play in the pracking match tomorrow. Is that Wednesday?
Yeah.
But that made room for big Darcy Cameron. Yeah, if Cameron goes up forward, we said this the other night. Cameron could go forward and kick a bag again. Inside word.
Not going to happen, Corey.
Hey, why not?
Hey, might be an interesting.
Do they have Rance? Does Alex Rance still play for Richmond?
I believe he's somewhere in some sort of temple, very, very far away. Maybe just channeling one of his teammates' wives, or maybe he's in a spirit. One of the above, Corey. I'm not too sure which one is of preference right now.
Well, I don't know who's going to play on Big Darcy Cameron because you thought Cox tore him apart in that. Was it semi or prelim or whatever it was?
Prelim, yeah, the prelim.
Wait till you see what Darcy Cameron's about to do to them on post-COVID-19 on a Thursday night. It is in front of. Are they having fans at the G tomorrow?
No, they're not. No, I think Adelaide's the first game where they're allowed to sort of be around. So 2,000 people. Isn't that good news though? 2,000 people. I think they're having them, and now all you hear is the fucking whinging coming out, Corey. Oh, should Brisbane and Gold Coast be allowed to have fans? What? Because the 2,000 fans are going to be, their home fans. What? That's going to create an advantage. Gold Coast wouldn't even be able to fill 2,000 seats. I wouldn't be worried about it too much.
Oh, well, I think it's going ahead, isn't it?
The 2,000 going ahead, for the showdown. I think
I think Gold Coast. Did they not confirm today?
I don't know. Look, you know me, Corey. I didn't even know about this Wits news until you just informed me pretty much 10 minutes ago. I'm just totally out of the loop. I'm just, life's just going by. And like I said to you, yesterday, was that when we were chatting? I reckon I'll be a different man next week.
Now, confirm or deny, Bonfz, that
It's all good.
you jumped on the Patreon yesterday and said that if anyone was available, if anyone wanted to chat between the hours of 9 to 5 on Patreon with you over the next
Yeah,
couple of days, they
yeah,
were allowed to. They all they had
yeah,
to do is hit you up.
yeah.
Except one person. Did someone try and hit you up and get rejected?
Well, I don't know because if someone did hit me up, Corey, I would have responded. As far as I know, no one hit it up. But I did. Did you have some different information there,
Oh, I
Corey?
think Dazza might have hit you
Yeah,
up.
yeah, and he should know. And I tell you what the good bit is, because a bit of bants and stuff from the chat. Well, for me, it's just a bit of home truths. He wrote something in there today. Do you like the bit where I just came back and said, does this cunt think I'm actually going to respond to him? Like, well, seriously. I mean, just goes and goes and goes, and now all of a sudden he comes crawling. See you later, Daz, mate.
Don't worry, Daz. It's not information
Yes.
you probably want, to be honest.
Well, I think he's got the same problem as me, doesn't he? He's got the Naismith conundrum.
No, I don't think he had Naismith, did he?
In some of the screenshots, I think that were being sent through, I think that was the situation.
No idea. But before we talk Naismith with you. I'll get chatting. I had Nick Nat, and
Yep.
as you know, one of the trades I was looking at was Nick Nat down to Naismith. I am not going to go Nick Nat to Sam Jacobs, as
Mhm.
it's kind of been really floated around in the Twitter universe. I'll give Nick Nat another week. If Sam Naismith isn't selected, I'll definitely hold Nick Nat for the week, and then look potentially when Naismith comes back, if he's cherry ripe and that body's holding up, then potentially I get another week, another look, I suppose, for a week at Nick Nat Nui, and that's what I want to do. I wasn't overly keen on moving him in the first place, so this if Naismith does miss, it'd be some fantastic news for me.
You get the price rise out of Nick Nat too. Let's not forget that.
Hey, what happens, just before I go ahead, what happens if Sinclair absolutely tears it apart?
We're in all sorts, Corey. We're in all fucking sorts, us Naismith owners. I mean, I think
That'd
it's
be
quite
great.
obvious that he's the number one. He's the number one preference right now. But do you really drop a guy if he puts in a stellar performance? I think Naismith can still come back, but his hamstring woes or whatever the hell he's got going on there could mean they could play the two ruckmen because I imagine is Sam Reed retired? I mean,
He's still there.
is he still
He's
there? I feel
still
like he
there. I
should have
don't know if
retired
he's fit or
18
not, but
years
he's
ago.
still there.
We can presume he's not fit because he probably hasn't been for the latter part of 8 years, I'd imagine.
I don't think
So
either of the Reed brothers have put together a complete season in their life.
I reckon they would be able to play both of the ruckmen, and I would suggest Sinclair being a little more mobile might be the forward as opposed to the more prominent ruck actual position because I think they've made it clear that Naismith's the guy.
You still got Townsend.
No, I don't know. But one of the funny thing is though that when I was looking at my trades in and around Naismith and that sort of stuff, I'd be lying if I didn't go into the search bar and type Townsend to see if I could afford him somehow.
Fan bloody tastic.
You know what Townsend is? He's one of these picks. I feel like every year there's always a guy between like 200 to 300,000. He just end up getting no credit, but then 8-9 weeks in, all of a sudden he's averaging high 70s or something like that, and I think we reflect back and we're like, yeah, we might have missed that one.
In draft league teams and that kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
Now, for those who let's talk about Naismith because I think you've got the perfect kind of formula. I know there's a lot of people in our Patreon who started Naismith and made sure they had Segler. Like me, I had Nick Nat Nui and made sure I had Segler as a bit of a loop with Darcy Cameron. It's going to help this week, but tell us what you're looking at doing and what you've already looked at and who's sitting in your team at the moment in the early trades to deal with this Naismith news for someone who started the season with Sammy Naismith.
So I've got Bailey Williams as ruck 3 at the moment, Corey. Now, and in the absolute ideal world, he would just be named. I wouldn't have to pull a trade, right? That's more than likely not going to happen, yeah. But this is what I'm thinking. I've got Zerk Thatcher and I've got Brander on my defense. My defense is pretty big on. I'm not a huge fan of Houston anymore, to be honest. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at getting rid of Houston. And Bailey Williams is a defender ruck, so I can swing Williams into the defense. I can then put Zerk Thatcher onto the field. Moving forward, because Williams and Brander play for the same team, it gives me the potential to be able to loophole Zerk Thatcher with Brander over the next sort of month or so. It doesn't work in the first round, but I've sort of got that penned in for the next few weeks after that. Now, who's going to fill my ruck 3 spot? Well, naturally, people would be like, well, it's Darcy Cameron, bring him for 1 week, throw him on the field. But what I'm actually looking at is bringing Segler into that position and flicking Naismith to the bench, and then actually putting Darcy Cameron into my forward line for this week. And I know that people are going to say, yeah, Bonfz, well, you know what, he's probably going to get dropped. And yep, I know that. And you hear me yesterday, I wasn't a big fan of Darcy Cameron, but he serves the swing purpose. And what it also gives me is the ability to loophole with Sturt not playing this week. I get a loophole Darcy Cameron score on the bench with someone like Max King in my forward line, who's probably not going to be a big scorer anyway. So it does give me a little bit of flexibility with a couple of loopholes by doing it this way. And then, all things going good. Naismith's back next week. No worries. Swing Segler for Cameron. Segler goes to my forward line, straight onto the field. Cameron onto my ruck bench. It does leave me with a non-playing rookie in defence. However, I don't feel like I've lost out a big deal there because, there's probably a lot of teams that either have a really shit defender 8 or a non-playing defender 8 anyway.
I think we'll probably have more than that anyway. Maybe not in defence, but I think we'll have a couple of zeros moving forward with team news over the break. Hey, we didn't talk about it yesterday, but Harley Bennell looking seriously like getting a gig. 1 week in, say he scores 60. What do you do?
No, fuck no. I won't touch him.
I reckon you'll touch him.
I can categorically say, barring a score of like 80 or 90, I don't see myself going anywhere near him.
That's 77.
The thing is this, yeah? Hold on. He's worth 123K.
Yep.
A, who am I going to trade out to bring him in? B, I'm not making any money off that trade. And C, is he really even going to last 4 weeks?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be bringing him in this week.
Well, you wouldn't be bringing him in this week, but you get that one look. But, you assume his first game goes all right. But the second or third, fourth game, I reckon, real chance of injury. And it's not like I'm making money off the trade anyway. So I'll probably I reckon I'm going to leave it. Unless it's something, the eye test, we talk about the eye test, unless it's something huge that sort of comes out. But let's face it, Corey, he's playing the Blues. I mean, it's not much going to happen there, Corey. It'd be nice to have him. It'd be nice if we could have had him in 2-3 weeks. Then sure, yeah, I'd be all for it. But this early, I'm not making money off whoever I'm getting rid of in terms of the rookie. It's a no from me.
Hold Tom Green for a week. You might make a little bit.
Yeah, if that.
Perfect segue. Maxi gone. You change your tune on that now?
Well, in terms of his scoring output?
No, gone down to Naismith. You'll be on that?
Well, Corey, I'd let you know this, right? That if I was going to trade Gawn to Naismith this week, then I might have the intellect of a Peter Legato. And for those on the admin page, they'd know what I'm talking about there.
A big fan of Gawn now is what you're saying.
Look, no. Well, what I'm saying is that I wouldn't bother bringing in Naismith. I'd wait a week. I'll bring in Naismith.
What if Naismith's named?
Well, Naismith's named, then yeah, I reckon.
You'd still pull the pin, even though he's got sore hammies.
100%. It's only tight. He's only one little, massage away, a few thumbs in there, get him in there nice and deep.
It's only one massage. One massage away from the whole thing going ping as well at the same time.
Well, you might just enjoy it. Who knows, Corey? The thumb might get a little bit too high for him. It might create a little bit of extra arousal. Who knows, Corey? But he will be G'd up. Don't you worry about that, Corey. He will be G'd up. And look, let's just hope that this was a little tight hamstring, but you know what he's on. When they play Sunday, don't they?
I was going to say, who do they play?
They play Essendon on a Sunday.
Oh,
I think it is in one of the late games, is it not? The second last game.
Off.
Sunday 3:30. I mean, fucking please, Corey. He'll be right. I've got a suspicion he'll be right.
Who's rucking for the Bombers?
Bell Chambers.
Bell Chambers there?
Yeah. He was there round 1.
Yeah.
Hey, he's no Jacob Townsend.
Mate, they are so useless. It's not even funny. I think that's really all we had to talk about. Georgiades still touch and go.
Yep. Yeah. Tyler Brown, that was good news from Buckley today. Just see when the one thing I did see today, I saw Buckley talk about, the changes in the team and all that sort of stuff. And he said, we'd love to give Rupert Wills a game, but we just don't want to change our round 1 team. And, I know that there's the change with Cox and and Cameron, but he goes, nope, Tyler Brown, he'll line up, he'll be there, so that's good news.
You have
Though,
to give him another go after that game. He was great.
yeah, and I think you said he had 12 centre bounce attendances. I can't
Yeah, I
remember if that
think
was
he
on
had
or off
12 or
air
14.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So that was obviously a big plus as well. And Trelaw's obviously going to line up as well. I mean, here we are talking about, Trelaw's hammies and stuff over the past few weeks. He hasn't even been touted as an out for the game. I don't think so.
Oh, I think that'll change. I already thought they said a couple of days ago that he wouldn't play.
Not,
Unless they've changed their mind.
I thought Buckley today only said one change. It'd be Cox for what's
Well,
his
there
name?
you go.
So that's interesting. But I mean, a low grade hammy, that is a 2 week sort of deal anyway, isn't it? So it's been 2-3 weeks. But would you be confident if you're a high
No,
supporter watching him run
especially
out
with
there?
Trelaw.
Yeah, with that sort of history.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what this has done though. I mean, I know I spoke about my trade with Naismith and stuff. It has meant though that I'm using 3 trades essentially to move around, this kind of ruck sort of shit that's going on. And it probably means that I'm not going to end up with Lockie Neal.
Wow.
I don't fit well. I can no longer afford to do the Bont to Lockie Neal. So if I wanted Lockie Neal, I'd have to do 2
McRae.
trades or do
Weren't
the
you doing
sideways.
McRae?
Yeah, so I could do McRae, but I'd have to do the sideways of McRae. And I'm just looking at it thinking, fucking, is it worth the extra trade? Do I want the extra 2 trades in the, back end, or should I just go through and just burn, 2
It's
innings
funny
or
because
5
I
at the
literally
moment?
have no idea what I'm doing now. I could be going into this round chat like without any changes.
A very good position if you can do that.
Yeah, or probably
Did you
not.
win the first game?
Nah, not in our main
Did you win?
league. I won a couple of others, but not the main one. I got
Yeah.
pipped by like 15 points or something.
Well, look, if you're not planning to use anything, I would recommend trying to bring in Jacob Townsend.
Yeah, I don't even know how I'd get that done. To be honest, I could do
Hey.
your trade and go Lockie Whitfield straight down to Jacob Townsend.
Hey, tell me, is Brander in your back line or forward line?
Back line. I wish it was in my forward line.
If he was in your forward, you could have flung McCasey to Townsend or something like that.
Oh man, I'd freaking love that.
But he's not. He's in the back line. So we'll see what happens. But let's have a look at the Supercoach website. So that's always got a countdown. 1 day, 21 hours, 12 minutes until the bounce of the ball. And you know what, Corey? Tip: Darcy Cameron first goal.
Wasn't it someone else yesterday? Or
We're
that
talking about Wingard, I think.
Hawthorn. Yeah, last
Gamble
week.
responsibly. So that's where I'm going. My Thursday, Friday night punts. Just a cheeky 10 on each one. That's all we need here. Darcy Cameron into a Chad Wingard. And when I say into, I don't mean a fucking multi. Let's not be stupid here, shall we?
Oh, what if we do that as well?
What? All of it?
A multi too.
You want to do a 9-leg multi this week on first goals? That'd be fun.
imagine me like 6 or 7 down. You'd cash out for sure.
You would get so fucking nervous. There's no way you'd ride that out.
Right, done. Anything else, Dad?
Nope. I think we had a little echo of the serial pest Dizzer just come through before. Don't know what that was about.
Listening.
Did you not hear him? Oh, he came
Nah,
on. He said something. I don't even know if he said Jack Stephen, but I could hear it.
Oh, it's block.
I was not.
Just blocking out altogether.
It's like, where's he coming from? It's like, you got the video. It's like, where is he?
He's an idiot. That's all I know. But done. But yeah, we should probably drop that actually. Nitro Nana Friday running. The syndicate name.
Syndicate.
What's the syndicate name, Bonfz?
SCElites, 11:14 a.m. Where are we running?
Hillsville,
race 1.
There we go.
Race 1, Hillsville, Nitro Nana. It's owned by yours truly at the Elites here. It's
Except Brett,
syndicate
because we
names.
didn't invite him up.
No, fuck all. Well, pretty much Brett got the same invite to the dog that he did to today's podcast. To be honest,
not apparent. Maybe filthy.
Not present. He's not happy. And in case you haven't bought them, don't forget Freeze MND. That's why I am wearing this bad boy tonight. Available at Coles and Bunnings. So
Where'd you get yours from?
Coles.
Why not Bunnings?
Well, I have been spending a little bit of time at Bunnings recently, Corey. You know me, my little
Getting a couple
handyman
batteries.
So I'll tell you, you can never have too many fucking batteries, Corey.
Oh shit! Story for another day. The Patreons will be all over it. But hey, big shout out! It is still free, the Patreon, so sign up. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will probably be our most active days. Moving forward till afterwards. So it's free to sign up. Head across to patreon.com/SCElites and jump on board. And yeah, Bonfz will give you some one-on-one advice if your name's not Daz. So nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I'm available 9 till 5, aren't I?
Done. Anything else, Dad?
No, thanks, mate.
All right, the latest on behalf of our Patreons at patreon.com/SCElites. Bonfz, myself, and not Brett, who's definitely not active again. Don't even know if he's alive, to be honest. I'm going to say that one. Yeah, there could be something going on. Can you give us your walking the dog motion as well? How does that go?
The walk on the dog.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that one. I think Brett just focuses on this one, but maybe with the dog, I'm not too sure.
That is
Well,
a
not with
terrible
the
dog.
dog. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
all right.
Yeah,
Stop
let's
digging,
leave it.
Bonfz. Stop digging. Peace out, community, and thank you for watching.